I got to race against him.
Did you?
Yeah, a couple of times I raced against him in cars. It was once it was the um, uh, when I first started into it. It was the Toyota
Sure.
Celebrity Race, the Grand Prix,
Hmm.
Celebrity Grand Prix, they called it. And he was back in the pack of pros because he had been racing a
Right.
little bit by that time. And the pros were Dan Gurney and Parnelli Jones and Elio De Angelis, who was ranked number 6 in the world Formula One at the time. And I was the fastest of the celebrities. And
Uh,
so they had an inverted pack, and I was in the back of the pack because I was the fastest.
yeah.
And they were supposed to be 20 seconds behind us, 20 or 30 seconds behind us. My dad was there and he was timing at the spot where he was standing. They were 5 seconds behind me, but
Wow.
I got through everything. I knew if I could get through the pack, then they would have to get through the pack. But by that time, maybe all, Joe Montana and all these other guys that didn't know how to drive went through the little course real fast, but didn't know how to drive all that much. But they'd start getting a little cockier as time went by. So it'd be harder for those guys to get through. Well, sure enough, it wasn't the end of the first lap. It actually was the end of the first straightaway into the first turn. I got through everybody, dove through,
Uh,
and I tricked a little guy with a little movement that I had learned and got inside of him. And I was leading the race. And the funny thing is, a guy named Blackburn, I think it was John Blackworth or Blackburn, a guy I met when I was going through Bob Bondurant School of Racing, driving up in Sonoma. And he was a racing photographer and he wanted to learn what it was like to be on the other side in the car. So he took that course. Well, he was up there because of his racing credentials, and photography credentials. He was up there with in the grandstands in the VIP section. And there was Paul Newman,
oh yeah.
who's a big racer. And his friend that he was with was oh shit now. He was the America's first world champion in Grand Prix, and which I will remember the name in a minute. But as I went through the whole thing, it was just like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid came around the track, and all of a sudden, zoom, here I come through, and there's nobody behind me, and they look and they're thinking, and he turns to the guy and he says, "Who is that guy?" And then
Who
here
are
comes
those
all the
guys?
rest of the cars. And then here comes the thing again, and zoom, here I come by. And he's waiting and he's looking, and here's everybody way back behind me. And he comes through and says, "Who is that guy?"